Guns in the holster, like a heat pack. Little homie Blackbird fights me on the beat track. Scratch chalk whispers, wisdom in the cold. Crack versus unleash, stories yet untold. Alphabet soldiers, marching through the slums. Graffiti sprayed lessons, textbooks and crumbs. Each letter a weapon, climb through the syllables. Decipher the box, minds like criminals. Unlock the mind, literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree. Vocabulary venom, slitting out the lines. Dusty classroom chairs, taking school times. Ain't just paper pens, we crafting whole worlds. Education revolution, flag unfurled. Pencils and grave tales, heat binds the fate. School on park benches, learning never late. Translating the struggle, literacy the guide in the concrete jungle. Knowledge our pride, unlock the mind. Literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree. Alphabet soldiers marching through the slums. Graffiti sprayed lessons, textbooks and crumbs. Each letter a weapon, cry through the syllables. Decipher the blocks, minds like criminals. Alphabet soldiers marching through the slums. Graffiti sprayed lessons, textbooks and crumbs. Each letter a weapon, cry through the syllables. Decipher the blocks, minds like criminals. Unlock the mind, literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree. Vocabulary venom, spitting out the lines. Dusty classroom chairs, taking school times. Ain't just paper pens, we crafting whole worlds. Education revolution, flag unfurled. Pencils and grave tales, he binds the fate. School on park benches, learning never late. Translating the struggle, literacy the guide in the concrete jungle. Knowledge our pride, unlock the mind. Literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree.
The Introductory Literacy course for the J.O.L.A.L.F Introductory Journal course, Digital Linguist Certificate Program is a specialized course that focuses on the linguistic foundations of early reading. It delves into how these principles apply to word decoding and language comprehension. Key topics covered: the science of language and reading, emergent literacy, shared reading, emergent literacy, writing, conventional literacy, working with words, conventional literacy, independent reading, conventional literacy, comprehension instruction. Course objectives: upon successful completion of this course, participants will be able to explain the process of language development and proficiency in literacy and identify key differences between the two. Define the components and conventions of spoken language and literacy at an introductory level. Recognize, understand, and use commonly used words and phrases applicable in everyday lives and the workplace. Assessment: initial language, literacy, and numeracy assessment. Pre- and post-program learner survey to self-assess knowledge, skills, and confidence. Certification: a certificate of participation is issued upon completion of the course. This course is designed for individuals who are interested in developing their literacy skills and pursuing a career in digital linguistics. It provides a strong foundation in the fundamentals of language and reading, which are essential for success in this field. Here's the rewritten syllabus for the Introductory Literacy course for the J.O.L.A.L.F Introductory Journal course, Digital Linguist Certificate Program, designed for online or distance learning, without the use of separate modules. Course title: Introductory Literacy course for the J.O.L.A.L.F Introductory Journal course, Digital Linguist Certificate Program. Course description. This online course provides a foundational understanding of the principles of language and literacy development. It explores the science of reading, focusing on how these principles apply to word decoding and language comprehension. The course will equip participants with the essential skills for successful reading and writing, crucial for academic and professional success, particularly within the field of digital linguistics. Course objectives. Upon successful completion of this course, participants will be able to understand the science of language and reading, define key terms related to language development, phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, and vocabulary. Explain the stages of language acquisition and the reading process. Identify the critical role of oral language in literacy development. Develop emergent literacy skills, recognize and demonstrate foundational reading skills, such as letter-sound correspondence, phonemic awareness, and sight word recognition. Develop early writing skills, including letter formation, spelling patterns, and basic sentence structure. Understand the importance of shared reading experiences and interactive writing activities. Develop conventional literacy skills, apply decoding and encoding skills to read and write fluently and accurately. Build and expand vocabulary through independent reading and targeted instruction. Develop comprehension strategies, such as summarizing, inferring, and analyzing text. Apply literacy skills in a digital context, understand the unique challenges and opportunities of digital literacy. Develop effective strategies for reading and comprehending digital texts. Utilize technology tools for reading, writing, and research. Course content, Foundations of Language and Literacy, Introduction to Language Development. The Science of Reading. Phonological Awareness and Phonics. Vocabulary Development. Fluency in Reading. Emergent Literacy, Shared Reading Strategies adapted for online learning. Interactive Writing using online tools. Early Writing Skills Development with online resources. Letter-sound correspondence. Sight word recognition. Conventional literacy, word study and decoding skills with online exercises. Fluency development using online reading platforms. Reading comprehension strategies with online text resources and quizzes. Independent reading with online library access or recommended book lists. Writing processes using online writing tools and platforms. Digital literacy, reading and comprehending digital texts, analyzing websites, blogs, and online articles. Evaluating information sources, identifying credible online sources. Digital writing and communication, writing emails, online discussions, and social media posts. Technology tools for literacy using online dictionaries, thesauruses, and research databases. Assessment, online discussions and forum participation, active engagement in online discussions and forum activities. Reading responses and journal entries, reflective writing on assigned readings submitted electronically. Online quizzes and tests, automated quizzes and tests to assess reading comprehension, decoding, and fluency. Writing assignments, short essays, creative writing pieces, and research projects submitted electronically. Digital literacy projects, creating and presenting digital projects, such as websites, blogs, or multimedia presentations, online. Required materials, course textbook and supplementary readings available online or in digital format. Reliable internet access. Computer or other electronic device. Writing materials, pen, paper, notebook, optional. Grading, online discussions and forum participation, 20%. Reading responses and journal entries, 20%. Online quizzes and tests, 30%. Writing assignments, 20%. Digital literacy projects, 10%. Note, this syllabus is a general outline and may be subject to minor adjustments at the instructor's discretion. Key changes for online learning: emphasis on online tools and resources, utilizing online platforms, software, and digital libraries for learning activities. Focus on asynchronous learning, allowing flexibility in learning schedules with self-paced modules and deadlines. Increased reliance on online communication, facilitating interaction through online discussions, forums, and video conferencing. Adapting assessment methods, implementing online quizzes, tests, and assignments that can be completed and submitted electronically. This version of the syllabus maintains the same content but presents it in a more streamlined format without the use of separate modules. This can improve readability and flow for some learners. Case Study 1, Early Literacy Challenges. Scenario: a kindergarten student, Jamie, struggles with letter recognition and sound symbol correspondence. During reading activities, Jamie often substitutes or omits letters, leading to difficulty decoding simple words. Focus: phonemic awareness, identifying and manipulating individual sounds within words. Point 1. Phonics instruction, explicit teaching of letter-sound relationships. Point 2. Early literacy assessments, identifying specific areas of need. Multisensory learning approaches, incorporating visual, auditory, and kinesthetic activities. Point 3. Case Study 2, Fluency and Comprehension. Scenario: a third-grade student, Emily, reads accurately but slowly and lacks fluency. She struggles to comprehend grade-level texts, often losing track of the main ideas and struggling to answer questions about the story. Focus: repeated reading, practicing reading passages aloud multiple times to build fluency. Modeling fluent reading, teachers or peers demonstrate fluent reading. Comprehension strategies, teaching explicit strategies such as summarizing, visualizing, and making connections. Point 4. Text selection, choosing books at an appropriate reading level. Case Study 3, Vocabulary Development. Scenario: a fifth-grade student, Michael, has a limited vocabulary, which hinders his reading comprehension and writing abilities. He struggles to understand complex texts and express himself clearly in writing. Focus: wide reading, exposing students to a variety of genres and text types. Direct vocabulary instruction, explicitly teaching new words through definitions, examples, and activities. Point 5. Semantic mapping and graphic organizers, visual tools to explore word relationships. Point 6. Using vocabulary in context, encouraging students to use new words in their own writing and speaking. Case Study 4, Adolescent Literacy and Motivation. Scenario: a high school student, Sarah, expresses disinterest in reading and struggles to complete assigned readings. She prefers visual and interactive media and finds traditional literature boring. Focus: engaging texts, selecting texts that align with students' interests and reading levels. Differentiated instruction, offering a variety of reading materials and activities. Point 7. Using technology, incorporating digital texts, multimedia resources, and online learning platforms. Creating a supportive reading environment, fostering a love of reading through classroom libraries, book clubs, and author visits. Case Study 5, Adult Literacy Challenges. Scenario: an adult learner, Jose, immigrated to a new country and struggles with English literacy. He faces difficulties in everyday life, such as reading signs, completing forms, and communicating effectively with others. Focus: functional literacy skills, focusing on practical reading and writing skills needed for daily life. English language learners L instruction, providing specialized instruction in English grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Real-world applications, connecting literacy skills to real-life situations and workplace demands. Building confidence and motivation, creating a supportive learning environment and celebrating learners' progress. Case Study 6, Dyslexia and Reading Difficulties. Scenario: a second-grade student, Alex, exhibits significant difficulty with reading. He struggles with decoding words, especially those with irregular spellings. He also experiences difficulties with reading fluency and comprehension. Focus: multisensory instruction, using a variety of senses: visual, auditory, kinesthetic to teach reading skills. Phonics instruction, intensive and systematic instruction in phonics and phonemic awareness. Assistive technology, utilizing tools such as text-to-speech software, audiobooks, and graphic organizers. Building confidence and motivation, providing a supportive and encouraging learning environment. Case Study 7, Writing Difficulties and Handwriting. Scenario: a fourth-grade student, Maya, experiences challenges with writing. She struggles with spelling, grammar, and organization of ideas. She also has difficulty with handwriting, which affects her speed and fluency in writing. Focus: writing process instruction, teaching students a systematic approach to writing, including pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing. Technology integration, using word processing software, graphic organizers, and speech-to-text tools. Handwriting interventions, addressing handwriting difficulties through occupational therapy or specific handwriting programs. Building writing confidence, providing opportunities for creative writing and encouraging peer feedback. Case Study 8, Digital Literacy and Information Literacy. Scenario: a high school student, Ethan, spends a significant amount of time online but struggles to critically evaluate information found on the internet. He often relies on search engines for information without considering the source or accuracy. Focus: information literacy skills, teaching students how to locate, evaluate, and use information effectively. Digital citizenship, educating students about online safety, privacy, and responsible digital behavior. Critical thinking and media literacy, developing students' ability to analyze and evaluate information from various sources. Developing research skills, guiding students through the research process, from formulating research questions to citing sources correctly. Case Study 9, Second Language Acquisition and Literacy. Scenario: an English language learner L student, Maria, has recently immigrated to the United States and is struggling to acquire English literacy. She faces challenges with reading, writing, and speaking English in academic and social settings. Focus: sheltered instruction, providing instruction in English that is made comprehensible through the use of visuals, real-world connections, and simplified language. Bilingual support, utilizing students' native language to support their English language development. Culturally responsive teaching, acknowledging and valuing the cultural and linguistic backgrounds of L students. Building social and emotional support, creating a welcoming and inclusive classroom environment. Case Study 10, Universal Design for Learning UDL. Scenario: a classroom of diverse learners with varying strengths and needs. Some students may have learning disabilities, while others may be gifted or have different learning styles. Focus: multiple means of representation, providing information in various formats, such as text, audio, video, and visuals. Multiple means of action and expression, allowing students to demonstrate their learning in different ways, such as writing, drawing, speaking, or creating presentations. Multiple means of engagement, creating a motivating and engaging learning environment that caters to diverse interests and learning styles. Week 1, here's a breakdown of key factors that contribute to good readability: sentence structure, short, concise sentences, avoid overly long and complex sentences that can confuse readers. Vary sentence length and structure, this keeps the writing engaging and prevents monotony. Use active voice. Active voice is generally more direct and easier to understand than passive voice. Vocabulary, use clear and concise language, avoid jargon, technical terms, and overly complex words when possible. Define unfamiliar terms. If you must use specialized vocabulary, provide clear definitions or explanations. Paragraph structure, keep paragraphs short and focused. Each paragraph should convey a single main idea. Use headings and subheadings, these help break up text and make it easier to scan and understand. Formatting, use white space effectively. White space, such as margins and spacing between lines, improves readability. Use headings, subheadings, and bullet points, these visual cues help readers quickly grasp the main points. Choose an appropriate font and font size, ensure the text is easy to read and avoid overly decorative fonts. Target audience, consider your audience's background and reading level, tailor your writing style to suit their needs. Write for clarity and conciseness, regardless of your audience. Why is readability important? Improved comprehension. When writing is easy to read, readers are more likely to understand and retain the information. Increased engagement, readable content is more enjoyable to read, leading to greater engagement and attention. Enhanced credibility, clear and concise writing demonstrates professionalism and attention to detail. Improved user experience, in digital environments, readability is crucial for website usability and user satisfaction. Case Study 11, Visual Impairment and Literacy. Scenario, a middle school student, Ben, is visually impaired. He relies on Braille, audiobooks, and screen readers for accessing and learning from texts. Focus, assistive technology, providing access to specialized software, hardware, and devices. Point 1. Braille instruction, teaching Braille literacy and reading skills. Audiobooks and alternative formats, utilizing audiobooks, ebooks with text-to-speech, and other accessible formats. Creating an inclusive learning environment, adapting classroom materials and activities to meet the needs of visually impaired students. Case Study 12, Autism Spectrum Disorder ASD and Literacy. Scenario, a young adult with ASD, Emily, struggles with social communication and has difficulty understanding and interpreting social cues in written language. Focus, social communication skills, teaching social skills related to reading and writing, such as understanding social norms in communication and interpreting nonverbal cues in written text. Visual supports, using visual aids, such as social stories, comic strips, and graphic organizers, to support understanding of social situations and written language. Point 2. Sensory considerations, creating a learning environment that minimizes sensory distractions and supports the individual's sensory needs. Addressing anxiety and sensory sensitivities, providing accommodations and support to address any anxiety or sensory sensitivities that may impact learning. Case Study 13, Gifted Learners and Literacy. Scenario, a 4th grade student, Alex, is a gifted learner who demonstrates advanced reading and writing skills. He is eager to learn and often finishes assignments early. Focus, differentiated instruction, providing challenging and engaging learning experiences that cater to the student's advanced abilities. Independent learning opportunities, encouraging independent research, creative projects, and advanced reading. Mentorship and collaboration, connecting the student with mentors, peers, or experts in their areas of interest. Cultivating a love of learning, fostering a passion for lifelong learning and intellectual curiosity. Case Study 14, Trauma and Literacy. Scenario: a high school student, Sarah, has experienced significant trauma and exhibits symptoms of PTSD, such as anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and avoidance behaviors. These symptoms are impacting her ability to focus on reading and writing tasks. Focus: trauma-informed practices, creating a safe and supportive learning environment that addresses the student's emotional and social needs. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, incorporating mindfulness exercises and relaxation techniques to reduce stress and anxiety. Flexible learning options, offering flexible learning options, such as extended deadlines and alternative assignments, to accommodate the student's needs. Collaboration with mental health professionals, working with school counselors, therapists, or other mental health professionals to address the student's trauma-related needs. Case Study 15, Cultural and Linguistic Diversity and Literacy. Scenario: a classroom of diverse learners with varying cultural and linguistic backgrounds. Some students are English language learners ELs, while others come from diverse cultural and socio-economic backgrounds. Focus: culturally responsive teaching, acknowledging and valuing the cultural and linguistic backgrounds of all students. Bilingual education, utilizing students' native languages to support their English language development. Multicultural literature, incorporating diverse literature that represents a variety of cultures and experiences. Creating an inclusive classroom, fostering a welcoming and inclusive classroom environment where all students feel valued and respected. Case Study 16, Poverty and Literacy. Scenario: a first-grade student, Maria, lives in poverty and lacks access to books and other enriching learning materials at home. She struggles with early literacy skills and has limited exposure to language-rich environments. Focus: early intervention programs, providing access to high-quality early childhood education programs, such as Head Start, that offer enriched learning experiences. Homeschool partnerships, collaborating with families to create home learning environments that support literacy development. Access to resources, ensuring access to libraries, books, and other learning materials for all students. Addressing systemic inequities, advocating for policies and programs that address the root causes of poverty and its impact on literacy development. Case Study 17, Technology and Literacy. Scenario: a middle school student, Ethan, is a digital native who spends a significant amount of time online. He is proficient in using technology but struggles with traditional forms of literacy, such as writing essays and reading complex texts. Focus: digital literacy instruction, integrating technology into the literacy curriculum and teaching students how to use technology effectively for learning and communication. Critical evaluation of digital information, helping students develop critical thinking and information literacy skills to evaluate the credibility and accuracy of online information. Developing digital storytelling and multimedia projects, encouraging students to express themselves creatively through digital media, such as videos, podcasts, and interactive presentations. Balancing digital and traditional literacy, promoting a balanced approach to literacy development that includes both digital and traditional skills. Case Study 18, Executive Function and Literacy. Scenario: a high school student, Sarah, struggles with executive function skills, such as planning, organization, and time management. These challenges impact her ability to complete writing assignments, manage her time effectively, and stay organized. Focus: executive function skills instruction, providing explicit instruction and strategies for developing executive function skills, such as goal setting, time management, and organizational skills. Accommodations and supports, offering accommodations and supports, such as graphic organizers, checklists, and flexible deadlines, to help students manage their learning and complete tasks successfully. Metacognitive strategies, teaching students metacognitive strategies, such as self-monitoring, self-reflection, and self-regulation, to improve their learning and problem-solving skills. Creating a supportive learning environment, providing a structured and predictable learning environment that minimizes distractions and supports the development of executive function skills. Case Study 19, Lifelong Learning and Literacy. Scenario: an adult learner, Jose, is seeking to improve his literacy skills to advance his career or pursue further education. He is motivated to learn but may face challenges such as limited time and competing demands. Focus: adult literacy programs, providing access to high-quality adult literacy programs that offer flexible learning options and meet the diverse needs of adult learners. Workplace literacy programs, offering literacy training and support in the workplace to help employees improve their skills and advance their careers. Community-based literacy programs, providing access to literacy programs through libraries, community centers, and other community organizations. Promoting a culture of lifelong learning, encouraging a love of learning and providing opportunities for continued learning throughout the lifespan. Case Study 20, Literacy and Social Justice. Scenario: a group of high school students are interested in using their literacy skills to address social justice issues in their community. They want to use their voices to raise awareness, advocate for change, and make a difference. Focus: social justice literacy, teaching students about social justice issues and empowering them to use their literacy skills to advocate for change. Civic engagement, providing opportunities for students to engage in civic action, such as writing letters to elected officials, organizing community events, and using social media to raise awareness. Critical literacy, encouraging students to critically analyze texts and media representations of social justice issues. Using literacy for social change, supporting students in using their literacy skills to create positive change in their communities. Week 2, Flesch-Kincaid Readability Test. Purpose: this test aims to assess the grade level required to understand a piece of text. Point 1. How it works: it analyzes two main factors. 2. Average sentence length: longer sentences generally make text more difficult to read. Point 3. Average number of syllables per word: longer words can also increase reading difficulty. Point 4. Output: the result is expressed as a U.S. grade level. Point 5. For example, a score of 8.0 indicates that the text is suitable for an 8th grade reader. Point 6. Gunning Fog Index. Purpose: similar to Flesch-Kincaid, it estimates the years of formal education required to understand the text. Point 7. How it works: it primarily considers two factors: average sentence length, longer sentences increase the Fog Index score. Percentage of complex words: complex words are defined as those with 3 or more syllables. Output: the result is expressed as the approximate number of years of education needed to understand the text. For example, a Fog Index of 12 indicates that a reader would need roughly 12 years of education to comprehend the text. Point 8. Simple measure of gobbledygook smog. Purpose: this test focuses on the complexity of words in the text. How it works: it identifies polysyllabic words with 3 or more syllables. It then calculates the approximate grade level based on the number of polysyllabic words. Output: the result is expressed as a U.S. grade level. Key considerations: these tools provide a general estimate. Readability scores should be interpreted with caution. They offer a general guideline but don't always perfectly reflect the actual difficulty of a text for a particular reader. Target audience: consider your intended audience when interpreting the scores. A high school textbook might have a higher readability score than a children's storybook, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's more difficult to understand for its target audience. Writing style: these tools primarily focus on structural and lexical factors. They may not fully capture the impact of writing style, tone, and overall clarity on readability. Case Study 21, The Impact of Background Knowledge on Readability. Scenario: a high school history textbook presents a complex battle strategy. Students with a strong foundation in military history easily grasp the concepts, while those with limited background knowledge struggle to understand the terminology and the sequence of events. Focus: building background knowledge, providing students with relevant historical context, maps, and visual aids to support their understanding. Activating prior knowledge: engaging students in pre-reading activities that help them connect the new information to their existing knowledge. Point 1. Differentiated instruction: offering various levels of support, such as simplified explanations, graphic organizers, and small group discussions, to accommodate different levels of prior knowledge. Point 2. Case Study 22, Readability in Technical Writing. Scenario: a software manual uses highly technical jargon and complex sentence structures, making it difficult for novice users to understand and troubleshoot problems. Focus: plain language principles, using clear, concise, and accessible language, avoiding jargon whenever possible. Point 3. Visual aids: incorporating diagrams, screenshots, and flowcharts to illustrate complex concepts. Point 4. User-centered design: considering the needs and knowledge level of the target audience throughout the writing process. Usability testing: conducting user testing to identify areas of confusion and make necessary revisions. Point 5. Case Study 23, Readability in Online Content. Scenario: a website for a small business uses long paragraphs of text, making it difficult for visitors to scan and find the information they need. Focus: chunking information, breaking up long paragraphs into shorter, more manageable chunks. Point 6. Using headings, subheadings, and bullet points, creating a clear visual hierarchy to guide readers through the content. Point 7. Whitespace and visual breaks: incorporating whitespace and visual elements to improve readability and reduce visual fatigue. Point 8. Mobile optimization: ensuring that the website is easily readable and navigable on mobile devices. Point 9. Case Study 24, The Role of Motivation and Engagement in Readability. Scenario: a middle school student is assigned a lengthy historical novel, but she lacks interest in the topic and finds the writing style tedious. As a result, she struggles to focus and comprehend the text. Focus: student choice, allowing students to select texts that align with their interests and reading levels. Engaging activities: incorporating interactive activities, such as discussions, debates, and creative projects, to make learning more engaging. Building intrinsic motivation: fostering a love of reading by creating a supportive and enjoyable learning environment. Point 10. Addressing individual learning styles, providing a variety of learning materials and activities to cater to different learning styles and preferences. Point 11. Case Study 25, Readability in Diverse Learning Environments. Scenario: a classroom of diverse learners, including students with learning disabilities, English language learners, and gifted students. The teacher needs to ensure that all students can access and understand the learning materials. Focus: universal design for learning (UDL), creating learning materials and activities that are accessible and engaging for all learners. Point 12. Differentiated instruction, providing a variety of learning materials and activities to meet the diverse needs of all students. Point 13. Assistive technology, utilizing assistive technologies, such as text-to-speech software, graphic organizers, and digital tools, to support student learning. Point 14. Creating an inclusive classroom environment, fostering a supportive and inclusive learning environment where all students feel valued and respected. Case Study 26, Readability in Legal Documents. Scenario: a legal contract is filled with dense legal jargon, complex sentence structures, and passive voice. Point 1. This makes it difficult for individuals without legal expertise to understand their rights and obligations. Focus: plain language drafting, using clear, concise, and accessible language to explain legal concepts. Breaking down complex information, using bullet points, numbered lists, and headings to improve the organization and readability of the document. Point 2. Providing definitions and glossaries, defining key terms and providing a glossary of legal terms to assist readers. User testing, conducting user testing with individuals from the target audience to identify areas of confusion and make necessary revisions. Case Study 27, Readability in Medical Information. Scenario: a patient receives a medical discharge summary with complex medical terminology and convoluted sentence structures. This makes it difficult for the patient to understand their diagnosis, treatment plan, and follow-up instructions. Focus: patient-centered communication, using plain language and avoiding medical jargon whenever possible. Point 3. Visual aids, incorporating visual aids, such as diagrams and flow charts, to illustrate medical concepts. Point 4. Providing clear and concise instructions, using numbered lists and bullet points to present instructions in a clear and organized manner. Ensuring cultural sensitivity, considering the cultural and linguistic backgrounds of patients and providing information in their preferred language. Case Study 28, Readability in Educational Materials for Adults. Scenario: a training manual for employees at a manufacturing plant contains complex technical information and is written at a high reading level. Many employees struggle to understand the material and apply it to their work. Focus: tailoring the reading level, adjusting the reading level to match the literacy skills of the target audience. Incorporating multimedia elements, using videos, simulations, and interactive exercises to enhance learning and engagement. Providing multiple entry points, offering various formats of the material, such as audio recordings, video tutorials, and simplified versions. Creating a supportive learning environment, providing opportunities for peer learning, mentoring, and on-the-job support. Case Study 29, Readability in Online Advertising. Scenario: an online advertisement for a financial product uses complex financial jargon and lengthy sentences, making it difficult for potential customers to understand the key benefits and risks. Focus: clear and concise messaging, using simple, direct language to convey the key message and value proposition. Strong calls to action, using clear and compelling calls to action to encourage engagement. A/B testing, testing different versions of the advertisement to determine which version is most effective. Considering user experience, ensuring that the advertisement is visually appealing and easy to navigate. Case Study 30, Readability in Children's Literature. Scenario: a children's book contains complex sentence structures, abstract concepts, and unfamiliar vocabulary, making it difficult for young children to understand and enjoy the story. Focus: age-appropriate language, using simple and engaging language that is appropriate for the target age group. Repetition and rhyme, incorporating repetition and rhyme to enhance memorability and engagement. Visual aids, using illustrations to support the narrative and enhance understanding. Interactive elements, including interactive elements, such as pop-ups, flaps, and sound effects, to make reading more engaging. Week 3. Quiz, Linguistic Foundations. Define readability within the framework of psycholinguistics. Consider how factors like cognitive load and working memory capacity might influence a reader's perception of a text's readability. Critically analyze the limitations of computational readability indices, e.g. Flesch-Kincaid, from a linguistic perspective. Discuss how these indices might fail to capture the nuances of human language processing, such as ambiguity, pragmatics, and discourse coherence. Select a case study discussed previously, e.g. readability in legal documents. Analyze this case study through the lens of sociolinguistics, considering factors such as power dynamics, social context, and the impact of language on social interaction. Drawing on principles of language acquisition, discuss how learners might implicitly induce grammatical rules from exposure to language data. Consider the role of pattern recognition, generalization, and feedback in this process. This quiz aims to assess your understanding of key concepts in linguistics, including psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, and language acquisition, as they relate to the broader theme of readability and language use. Note, this quiz is designed to be more challenging than the previous one. It requires you to apply your knowledge to analyze complex scenarios and consider the broader linguistic implications of the concepts we've discussed. Case Study 31, Indigenous Australian Literacy and Colonization. Scenario: explore the impact of European colonization on the literacy practices and languages of Indigenous Australian communities. Examine how policies like the Stolen Generations and the suppression of Indigenous languages have contributed to significant literacy inequalities. Analyze the role of bilingual education programs and cultural revitalization efforts in addressing these historical injustices and promoting literacy in Indigenous languages. Case Study 32, Immigrant Literacy in the United States. Scenario: investigate the experiences of immigrant families in the United States, focusing on the challenges they face in acquiring English literacy. Analyze how factors such as language barriers, cultural differences, and access to quality education impact their literacy development. Examine the role of community-based literacy programs and the importance of culturally responsive pedagogy in supporting immigrant learners. Case Study 33, Digital Divide and Literacy in Rural Communities. Scenario: explore the impact of the digital divide on literacy development in rural communities. Analyze how limited access to technology, internet connectivity, and digital resources can create disparities in educational opportunities and hinder the development of digital literacy skills. Examine the role of government initiatives and community partnerships in bridging the digital divide and promoting equitable access to technology and digital learning resources. Case Study 34, Literacy and Socioeconomic Disadvantage in Urban Areas. Scenario: investigate the relationship between socioeconomic disadvantage and literacy outcomes in urban areas. Analyze how factors such as poverty, food insecurity, and exposure to violence can impact children's cognitive development, school readiness, and academic achievement. Examine the role of early childhood education programs, after-school programs, and community-based interventions in mitigating the impact of socioeconomic disadvantage on literacy development. Case Study 35, Literacy and Disability in Developing Countries. Scenario: explore the challenges faced by individuals with disabilities in accessing education and developing literacy skills in developing countries. Analyze how factors such as limited access to assistive technology, inadequate infrastructure, and societal stigma can create significant barriers to literacy development. Examine the role of inclusive education policies, community-based rehabilitation programs, and assistive technology initiatives in promoting literacy and inclusion for people with disabilities in developing countries. Case Study 36, Literacy and Incarceration. Scenario: explore the relationship between literacy levels and incarceration rates, focusing on the disproportionate impact on marginalized communities. Analyze how factors such as limited educational opportunities, systemic biases, and the impact of incarceration on cognitive and emotional development contribute to this cycle. Examine the role of literacy programs within the prison system and the importance of re-entry programs that support the development of essential life skills, including literacy, for formerly incarcerated individuals. Case Study 37, Literacy and Homelessness. Scenario: investigate the challenges faced by homeless individuals in developing and maintaining literacy skills. Analyze how factors such as unstable living situations, limited access to resources, mental health challenges, and substance abuse can impact literacy development and hinder access to education and employment opportunities. Examine the role of outreach programs, mobile libraries, and supportive services in providing access to literacy resources and support for homeless individuals. Case Study 38, Gender and Literacy in Developing Countries. Scenario: explore the gender disparities in literacy rates in developing countries. Analyze how cultural norms, gender roles, and limited access to education for girls and women contribute to these inequalities. Examine the impact of these disparities on women's economic empowerment, health outcomes, and social participation. Investigate the role of female education initiatives, community-based literacy programs, and women's empowerment programs in addressing these challenges. Case Study 39, Digital Literacy and Social Justice. Scenario: explore the relationship between digital literacy and social justice. Analyze how access to information and technology can empower marginalized communities to participate in civic engagement, advocate for social change, and challenge systemic inequalities. Examine the role of digital literacy education programs in developing critical thinking skills, promoting media literacy, and empowering individuals to use technology for social good. Case Study 40, The Role of Libraries in Promoting Literacy Equity. Scenario: investigate the role of public libraries in promoting literacy equity and addressing the diverse needs of their communities. Analyze how libraries provide access to books, computers, and other resources, offer literacy programs for all ages, and serve as community hubs for learning and engagement. Examine the challenges faced by libraries in serving underserved communities and the importance of community partnerships and advocacy efforts in ensuring equitable access to library services for all. Week 4. Advanced Linguistics Quiz. Instructions: answer the following questions in essay format, demonstrating a deep understanding of linguistic concepts and their application to real-world scenarios. Psycholinguistic analysis of readability: critically analyze the concept of readability from a psycholinguistic perspective. Discuss how factors such as working memory capacity, cognitive load, and attention influence a reader's processing of text. Provide specific examples of how these factors might impact the readability of different types of texts, e.g., academic articles, social media posts, legal documents. Sociolinguistics and literacy inequality: analyze the case study of literacy and incarceration through a sociolinguistic lens. Discuss how factors such as language ideology, power dynamics, and social stigma contribute to the disproportionate impact of incarceration on literacy outcomes for marginalized communities. Consider how language policies and educational practices can be reformed to address these sociolinguistic inequalities. Language acquisition and digital literacy: discuss how principles of language acquisition, e.g., pattern recognition, generalization, feedback can be applied to the development of digital literacy skills in the 21st century. Consider the role of online environments in shaping language acquisition processes, such as the development of new language varieties and the impact of social media on language use. Critical discourse analysis of a contemporary text. Choose a contemporary text, e.g. a news article, an advertisement, a political speech, and conduct a critical discourse analysis. Analyze how language choices, e.g. word choice, sentence structure, use of metaphor are used to construct meaning, position the reader, and reflect underlying power relations. Grading rubric. Depth of analysis demonstrates a deep understanding of linguistic concepts and their application to the specific scenarios. Clarity and coherence presents arguments in a clear, concise, and well-organized manner. Evidence and support supports arguments with relevant examples, data, and theoretical frameworks. Critical thinking demonstrates critical thinking skills by analyzing complex issues, identifying underlying assumptions, and evaluating evidence. Originality and insight offers original insights and demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of the complexities of language and its role in society. This advanced quiz aims to assess your ability to apply linguistic concepts to real-world scenarios, conduct in-depth analysis, and engage in critical thinking about the role of language in society. Case Study 41, Code Switching and Literacy in Bilingual Children. Scenario: explore how code switching, the natural and fluid movement between two languages within a single conversation, impacts the literacy development of bilingual children. Investigate whether code switching hinders or facilitates literacy acquisition in both languages. Analyze research on the cognitive benefits of bilingualism and how code switching may contribute to metalinguistic awareness and cognitive flexibility. Case Study 42, Literacy and Language Revitalization Efforts. Scenario: focus on a specific case of language revitalization efforts, such as the revitalization of the Hawaiian language. Examine how literacy plays a crucial role in language revitalization by facilitating the creation of written materials, developing educational resources, and transmitting language and culture across generations. Analyze the challenges and successes of literacy programs aimed at preserving and promoting endangered languages. Case Study 43, Cross-Linguistic Transfer in Literacy Acquisition. Scenario: investigate the phenomenon of cross-linguistic transfer, where skills and knowledge acquired in one language are transferred to the learning of another language. 1. Analyze how phonological awareness, vocabulary knowledge, and reading strategies developed in the first language can facilitate or hinder literacy acquisition in the second language. Examine how educators can leverage cross-linguistic transfer to support bilingual learners. Case Study 44, Digital Literacy and Multilingualism in Globalized Societies. Scenario: explore the challenges and opportunities of developing digital literacy skills in multilingual and multicultural societies. Analyze how digital technologies can facilitate multilingual communication and access to information in diverse languages. Investigate the ethical considerations and potential biases associated with the development and use of digital technologies in multilingual contexts. Case Study 45, Literacy and Cultural Identity in Immigrant Communities. Scenario: examine how literacy practices can serve as a means of maintaining cultural identity and connecting with one's heritage, language, and culture in immigrant communities. Analyze how literacy programs can be designed to support the transmission of cultural values, traditions, and knowledge through language. Investigate the role of bilingual education and heritage language programs in fostering a strong sense of cultural identity and promoting multilingualism. Case Study 46, Literacy and Multilingualism in the Global Workplace. Scenario: explore the challenges and opportunities of multilingualism in the globalized workplace. Analyze how communication technologies facilitate cross-cultural collaboration and information sharing, while also presenting challenges related to language barriers and cultural misunderstandings. Investigate the role of intercultural communication training, language learning programs, and the development of multilingual communication policies in fostering effective and equitable workplace communication. Case Study 47, Translanguaging and Literacy in Education. Scenario: examine the concept of translanguaging, where bilingual and multilingual individuals draw upon their linguistic resources flexibly to make meaning across different languages and contexts. Point 1. Analyze how translanguaging can be leveraged to support literacy development in multilingual classrooms. Investigate the challenges and opportunities of implementing translanguaging practices in educational settings, such as the need for teacher training and the development of culturally sustaining curriculum. Case Study 48, The Impact of Globalization on Language Diversity and Literacy. Scenario: explore the impact of globalization on language diversity and literacy practices worldwide. Analyze how globalization has led to the spread of dominant languages, such as English, while also contributing to the endangerment of many smaller languages. Investigate the role of language policies, cultural preservation efforts, and digital technologies in promoting language diversity and supporting multilingual literacy in the face of globalization. Case Study 49, Literacy and Human Rights. Scenario: explore the relationship between literacy and human rights. Analyze how access to education and literacy is a fundamental human right and how literacy empowers individuals to participate fully in society, exercise their rights, and advocate for social change. Investigate the role of international organizations and human rights advocacy groups in promoting literacy and ensuring equitable access to education for all. Case Study 50, The Future of Literacy in a Digital Age. Scenario: explore the evolving nature of literacy in the digital age. Analyze how the rise of new technologies, such as artificial intelligence and virtual reality, is transforming the ways in which we read, write, and communicate. Investigate the challenges and opportunities presented by these technological advancements, such as the development of new forms of literacy, the need for digital literacy education, and the ethical considerations surrounding the use of technology in education and communication. Quiz: First and Second Language Acquisition. Instructions: answer the following questions in essay format, demonstrating a deep understanding of first and second language acquisition theories and research findings. Compare and contrast first and second language acquisition. Discuss the key similarities and differences between first and second language acquisition processes. Consider factors such as age of acquisition, cognitive development, social context, and the role of explicit instruction. Provide specific examples to illustrate your points. Critical period hypothesis. Critically evaluate the critical period hypothesis for second language acquisition. Discuss evidence that supports and challenges this hypothesis. Consider the role of factors such as age of onset, motivation, and learning environment in second language acquisition. The role of input in language acquisition. Discuss the role of input comprehensible input in both first and second language acquisition. Explain how learners process and use input to construct their own understanding of the target language. Consider the role of interaction, feedback, and negotiation of meaning in language learning. Second language learning strategies. Describe different types of learning strategies used by second language learners, e.g., cognitive strategies, metacognitive strategies, social strategies. Discuss how learners can be encouraged to develop and utilize effective learning strategies. Consider the role of individual learner differences, e.g., learning styles, personality, motivation in strategy use. The impact of technology on second language learning. analyze the impact of technology, e.g. online learning platforms, language learning apps, social media on second language acquisition. Discuss the benefits and challenges of using technology for language learning. Consider the ethical implications of using technology in language education. Grading rubric, depth of analysis, demonstrates a deep understanding of key theories and research findings in first and second language acquisition. Clarity and coherence, presents arguments in a clear, concise, and well-organized manner. Evidence and support, supports arguments with relevant examples, data, and theoretical frameworks. Critical thinking, demonstrates critical thinking skills by analyzing complex issues, evaluating evidence, and formulating reasoned conclusions. Originality and insight, offers original insights and demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of the complexities of language learning. This quiz aims to assess your ability to synthesize knowledge from various areas of linguistics, conduct in-depth analysis, and apply theoretical concepts to real-world scenarios. Case Study 51, The Impact of Online Discussion Forums on Critical Thinking and Collaboration. Scenario, analyze the impact of online discussion forums on students' critical thinking and collaborative learning skills. Investigate how the design and facilitation of online discussions can foster meaningful interaction, promote respectful dialogue, and encourage students to critically evaluate different perspectives. Examine the challenges and opportunities of online discussions, such as issues of equity, accessibility, and the potential for online disinhibition. Case Study 52, The Role of Reading Responses in Developing Metacognition. Scenario, explore the role of reading responses in developing students' metacognitive skills, such as self-reflection, critical analysis, and self-regulation. Analyze how different types of reading responses, e.g. reflective journals, discussion questions, annotated bibliographies, can encourage students to think deeply about their reading, identify areas of confusion, and develop their own interpretations of the text. Investigate how feedback from instructors and peers can further enhance the development of metacognitive skills. Case Study 53, The Effectiveness of Online Quizzes and Tests in Assessing Learning. Scenario, investigate the effectiveness of online quizzes and tests in assessing student learning outcomes. Analyze the advantages and disadvantages of online assessment methods compared to traditional paper-based assessments. Consider factors such as test security, accessibility, student engagement, and the potential for cheating. Examine best practices for designing and administering online assessments, such as the use of adaptive testing, plagiarism detection software, and proctoring services. Case Study 54, The Impact of Writing Assignments on Student Learning and Development. Scenario, explore the impact of different types of writing assignments, e.g. essays, research papers, creative writing projects on student learning and development. Analyze how writing assignments can promote critical thinking, research skills, communication skills, and personal growth. Investigate the role of feedback, revision, and peer review in the writing process. Case Study 55, Digital Literacy Projects and 21st Century Skills. Scenario, analyze the role of digital literacy projects in developing 21st century skills, such as creativity, innovation, collaboration, and problem solving. Investigate how digital literacy projects can prepare students for success in an increasingly digital world. Examine the challenges and opportunities of integrating digital literacy projects into the curriculum, such as the need for equitable access to technology and the development of digital citizenship skills. Case Study 56, The Impact of Online Learning on Student Motivation and Engagement. Scenario, explore how online learning environments can be designed to enhance student motivation and engagement. Analyze the role of interactive elements, personalized learning pathways, and social learning opportunities in fostering intrinsic motivation and creating a sense of community among online learners. Investigate the challenges of maintaining student motivation and engagement in online learning environments and strategies for addressing these challenges. Case Study 57, Equity and Access in Online Learning. Scenario: investigate the issue of equity and access in online learning. Analyze how factors such as socioeconomic status, access to technology, and digital literacy skills can create disparities in access to and success in online learning environments. Examine strategies for addressing these inequities, such as providing equitable access to technology, offering digital literacy training, and designing inclusive online learning experiences. Case Study 58, The Role of Faculty Development in Online Teaching and Learning. Scenario: explore the importance of faculty development in supporting effective online teaching and learning. Analyze the need for professional development opportunities that equip faculty with the pedagogical skills, technological expertise, and instructional design knowledge necessary to effectively teach online. Investigate the impact of faculty development programs on teacher satisfaction, student learning outcomes, and the overall quality of online learning experiences. Case Study 59, The Use of Artificial Intelligence (AI) in Online Learning. Scenario: investigate the potential of artificial intelligence (AI) technologies, such as chatbots, personalized learning platforms, and intelligent tutoring systems, to enhance online learning experiences. Analyze the benefits and challenges of AI-powered learning tools, such as the potential for bias, the importance of human interaction, and the ethical considerations surrounding the use of AI in education. Case Study 60, The Future of Online Learning and Higher Education. Scenario: explore the future of online learning in higher education. Analyze the potential impact of emerging technologies, such as virtual reality (VR) and augmented reality (AR), on the delivery of online courses and the student learning experience. Discuss the challenges and opportunities presented by the evolving landscape of online learning, such as the need for new pedagogical approaches, the development of new assessment methods, and the changing role of faculty and students in the online learning environment. Final project. Option 1, The Evolving Landscape of Literacy. Introduction: in today's rapidly changing digital world, the concept of literacy has evolved far beyond the traditional understanding of reading and writing. This project will explore the multifaceted nature of literacy in the 21st century, examining how technological advancements, globalization, and societal shifts are reshaping our understanding and experiences of language and communication. We will delve into how digital technologies are transforming literacy practices, impacting literacy development across diverse populations, and presenting both challenges and opportunities for individuals and societies. By examining these evolving trends, we aim to gain a deeper understanding of the critical role of literacy in navigating the complexities of the modern world. Option 2, Designing an Innovative Literacy Intervention. Introduction: literacy is a fundamental human right and a crucial determinant of individual and societal success. However, significant disparities in literacy levels persist across different communities and populations. This project will focus on designing an innovative literacy intervention program for your target population, e.g. at-risk youth, adults returning to education, immigrants. Drawing upon relevant theories of literacy development and best practices in education, the project will outline a comprehensive program that addresses the unique needs and challenges of the target population, incorporates technology effectively, and promotes equitable access to quality literacy instruction. Option 3, The Ethics of AI in Language Learning and Assessment. Introduction: the rise of artificial intelligence (AI) has ushered in a new era of possibilities for language learning and assessment. AI-powered tools are increasingly being used in education, offering personalized learning experiences, automated feedback, and innovative assessment methods. However, the rapid advancement of AI in this field also raises critical ethical concerns. This project will explore the ethical implications of AI in language learning and assessment, examining issues such as data privacy, algorithmic bias, the impact on human interaction, and the potential for job displacement. By critically analyzing these issues, we aim to promote the responsible and ethical development and use of AI in language education. Option 1. The evolving landscape of literacy. Focus: create a multimedia presentation, e.g. a website, a video, a podcast exploring the evolving nature of literacy in the 21st century. Incorporate: readability, discuss the challenges and opportunities of assessing readability in the digital age, e.g. social media, online articles, digital games. Literacy development: examine how technology is shaping literacy development in children and adults, e.g. the impact of smartphones, online learning platforms, AI-powered tools. Globalized literacy: discuss the challenges and opportunities of multilingualism and multiculturalism in a globalized world, considering factors like digital divides, language revitalization, and the spread of global languages. Case studies: integrate relevant case studies throughout your presentation to illustrate key concepts and support your arguments. Option 2. Designing an innovative literacy intervention. Focus: design an innovative literacy intervention program for a specific target population, e.g. at-risk youth, adults returning to education, immigrants. Incorporate: needs assessment, conduct a needs assessment to identify the specific literacy needs and challenges of your target population. Theoretical framework: ground your intervention in relevant theories of literacy development, such as sociocultural theory, cognitive psychology, or critical literacy. Program design: develop a detailed program plan, including learning objectives, instructional strategies, assessment methods, and resources. Technology integration: explore how technology can be effectively integrated into your intervention program to enhance learning and engagement. Evaluation plan: design an evaluation plan to assess the effectiveness of your intervention program and make necessary adjustments. Option 3. The ethics of AI in language learning and assessment. Focus: explore the ethical considerations surrounding the use of artificial intelligence AI in language learning and assessment. Incorporate: AI applications, discuss various AI applications in language learning, such as chatbots, personalized learning platforms, and automated essay grading systems. Ethical concerns: analyze potential ethical issues, such as data privacy, algorithmic bias, the impact on human interaction, and the potential for job displacement. Policy recommendations: develop recommendations for the ethical and responsible use of AI in language education and assessment. Future directions: discuss the future of AI in language learning and the importance of ongoing research and ethical considerations. Remember, research and evidence: support your project with evidence from scholarly articles, research studies, and real-world examples. Creativity and innovation: demonstrate creativity and innovation in your approach to the project. Clear communication: present your findings and arguments in a clear, concise, and well-organized manner. Visual appeal: use visuals, e.g. images, graphs, videos to enhance the presentation and engage the audience. I encourage you to choose a project that interests you and allows you to delve deeper into the fascinating world of literacy and language. Good luck with your final project.
Knowledge tucked in the holster like a heat pack. Little homie black boy fights me on the beat track. Scratch chalk whispers, wisdom in the code. Crack versus unleashed, stories yet untold. Alphabet soldiers. marching through the slums. Graffiti spray lessons, textbooks and crumbs. Each letter a weapon, grind through the syllables, decipher the blocks. Minds like criminals. Unlock the mind, letters see the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree. Vocabulary venom, spitting out the lines. Dusty classroom chairs, ticking school times. Ain't just paper pens, we crafting whole worlds. Education revolution, flag unfurled. Pencils and grave tales, ink binds of fate. School dog park benches, learning never late. Translating the struggle, literacy the guide. In the concrete jungle, knowledge our pride. Unlock the mind, literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't you see? Letters forming armies, words set free. From the urban jungle, literacy spree. Unlock the mind, literacy the key. Street scholars rising, can't